So why is this a thing? It's a thing because throughout YouTube's history, they've been fighting this. History of the manipulation meta on YouTube. So, in the days of early YouTube, you had thumbnail videos, you had center framing spam videos of videos with a picture flashing in the middle because that's where the thumbnail always came from. That wasn't related. So we're talking, why don't we, let's not even say early YouTube. Let's say 2000s. Before this was patched out, of course. That wasn't related to the video itself. This is the classic video, like the bikini picture. Bikini picture on video of something else. Usually got views, but little watch minutes as people left angry comments. One-starred the video, reference to old YouTube, by the way, before the like-dislike system even became a thing, showing I know what I'm talking about, and left. Early 2010s, reply girls. That says that's the here. We might as well just put some things like, we might as well put some bullet points under this. Nope. Let's see here. There. Usually got views. Let's see. Early 2010s reply girls. So this was Hannah Minx ripoffs. Put that in quotes. So basically, if you don't know who Hannah Minx was, Hannah Minx did YouTube videos usually about you know, Japanese culture and anime and stuff like that. And of course, she was, you know, she was gorgeous, so she'd always have the camera pointing down at her, and she'd wear shirts with a V thing and stuff like that. Similar to what the Twitch streamers doing similar things today are doing. But she was doing it long before they did. And then the reply girls were doing this kind of stuff long before Twitch was what it is today. Hannah Minx ripoffs giving blah summaries of YouTube videos. Well, we've pretty much said Hannah Minx ripoffs. That sums up their style. Giving blah summaries of YouTube videos and using metadata to show up in related videos. People disliked them because they clogged up the recommended side feeds. So this is the manipulation meta on YouTube. So then let's go back a bit to, there we go. Now let's do late 2010s, which was when the neon thumbnails started becoming a thing. Neon thumbnails. Now the interesting thing in all of this is that YouTube has broken every single one of these manipulation meta tricks with some kind of technology. The thumbnail system no longer is automatically based on the center frame in your video. The reply girls, it is pretty much broken. You can't make a video with the explicit intent of showing up in related anymore. The algorithms have to put you there. You can't just go straight there by copying tags from videos. And now late 2010s, neon thumbnails. I think this is the next thing that's going to be technologically broken. So for an example, there's a Devin Nash video out there from when Method had its scandals, and S-Fan is in the thumbnail. The problem is, even if S-Fan and Devin are friends, and S-Fan said, yeah, you can use my picture, YouTube may have a policy problem with that because S-Fan doesn't actually show up in the video. So, the thing is, though, technologically you can shut this down. Not only do you have the mouse over previews that you can see that the fancy thumbnail is just Devin Nash talking, kind of like what I'm doing, in front of a screen. But you can also mouse over the bottom of the play bar and see previews. Once everything's done processing, you can literally just do that, see the video at like 20x speed in the little pop-ups, and see that, yes, this person S-Fan never actually shows up in the video. So that's part of the problem with some of the pushing the limits of thumbnails thing is eventually it's going to stop working because people aren't going to be stupid like that. They're going to have all the tools technologically to see that you're playing thumbnail games. And when they find out that you're just trying to manipulate more views out of the algorithm and you don't care about the audience that's tuning in and actually watching your videos once they're there, they have a reason to not want to watch you anymore. Anyways, late 2010s neon thumbnails, we all know what this is. Wild, flashy colors and thumbnails pushing the limits of YouTube's deceptive content policy. Currently in the process of being broken technologically via mouse over previews on the thumbnail and the play bar of the video. By the way, also, you can use timestamps to have your play bar show what's where in your video. This flies in the face of that. If you have a deceptive thumbnail that shows somebody who doesn't actually show up in the video, you're now less incentivized to use something to get your content the way it should be so that people can get a good experience or pick what they want to watch. So let's see here. And the play bar of the video. We've done some examples of this. Also, the other problem, besides neon thumbnails, neon super flashy thumbnails. Wild flashy, being broken technologically via mouse over previews on the thumbnail and the play bar of the video. That's the thing. YouTube has broken. We'll put that down at the end. And now we can get to the 2020s. 2020s. History of the manipulation meta. Example. Why don't we just do historical examples of the manipulation meta on YouTube? 2020s. Making old videos look like Fly Girls. Why don't we just capitalize everything while we're at it? Super flashy. So every single one of these examples is properly capitalized all over the place. 2020, making old videos look like new videos. Completely changing the title and thumbnail of a video and confusing people who already watched it. So again, we talked about the offline counterpart with a movie changing with a DVD Blu-ray changing title and box art after the fact is ridiculous. But the online version on YouTube is a game to some people. Again, putting things in perspective. So let's see. And we'll just put present tense. Runs afoul of YouTube's deceptive content policy by tricking people into thinking a video is something it's not. And now we can get to another bullet point for more stuff in general. YouTube has technologically broken all of the historical examples of this and will probably find a way to technologically break the 2020s trick later on. And lastly, we have to consider people versus technology, or in this case, people versus discipline. YouTube can enforce disciplinary action against accounts that play these games. But even if they don't, there is still the interpersonal negative effects on a creator's audience to consider. Thinking face will be good for this one. Finish with some 4-head, 5-head type stuff, as the Twitch people would call it. So here's the issue. We can actually change the size of this to make it a bit so that we can see the whole slide. There we go. And that's the last thing we got to consider when it comes to the manipulation meta. We can save this. So here's the thing. This idea that if your channel's not growing, it's dying, fundamentally is flawed. But at the very same time, it leads to this problem you might have if you get caught up in this crap. You're not trying to build relationships with people. You're not trying to build your audience the human way, but you're just trying to play the algorithm and play the system. Here's the thing. When you're insulting away people because they catch you playing these games in order to fish for more views in the algorithm, number one, when you're constantly trying to get new people like this, it tells the people already watching you that you don't value them. But at the very same time, you're going to end up in more and more of a hamster wheel because you're going to be offending away your audience with these tricks when they catch you doing this. So you're not actually making any progress. You're actually in a situation where your problem is going to get worse because of your attempts to fix it by doing the wrong thing. So I absolutely will flag videos that are playing this trick of making old videos look like new videos. It's one thing to revise a title, it's another thing to try a different thumbnail. But when I just watched your video last week, and your old video that I've already seen now looks like a new video because I don't recognize it because you've completely changed the metadata, and I'm almost tricked into watching it again, that's a problem. And that deters me from watching content from any creators who do this crap. Now consider who exactly would get caught up in the manipulation meta. Think, for example, a frustrated Twitch streamer who can't grow on Twitch, and so they make their YouTube channel that they don't care about because they're using YouTube as a means to an end. These are the people that I think are more likely to play these growth games. So you think about that. How quickly do you think that would out somebody as somebody who's not worth following or subbing to? Because you know they're just playing a game. They're just fooling around trying to get people to go back to Twitch. Risking, you know, running up against YouTube's policy against content that's designed primarily to drive traffic off the platform, something they already have a policy regarding. I don't know if they would enforce it with people constantly saying, go to Twitch, watch me on Twitch. I don't know if they'd enforce it or not. But think about it this way. How does this not turn your attempts to grow your channel no matter what into a self-defeating initiative, so to speak? How are you not defeating the purpose of what you're trying to do by offending and insulting away the people that have decided to watch your content because you look like you don't care about the people actually watching you? You're always trying to fish for more people so you can funnel them over to Twitch or somewhere else. This is the stuff that the people caught up in this manipulation crap obviously haven't thought about. Or if they did, they're trying to blow it off and pretend it's not a thing. Until longtime YouTubers like myself come along and blow the lid off this thing altogether. When we come back, we're going to be reacting via debate mode to a YouTube video from YouTube Creator Insider about demographics, aka how to build audience loyalty from a YouTube Insider, just posted not that long ago. And I think I can close that out too. So, this is MultimediaJay radio style. Don't touch that dial. Time for some more cold ones.
257. MultimediaJay radio style.